Yo! Batinthesun finally released Green Ranger vs. RYU, and it was freaking awesome. Have you seen it yet? Have you not? Well, either way, if you haven't seen it, and if you have, I'm about to talk about it, do a review over it, so yeah, let's get into it. Now, this video was supposed to come out a long time ago, and a lot of people were complaining about that. But however, you know, this project is a free thing. You know, it's not like it's, you know, a budget thing that these guys are making money off of. It is simply free, simply fan art that, you know, some creative guys put together. And Batinthesun, you know, what they do, I think their art speaks for itself. So we could always expect that whatever they're going to do is going to be great, even if it is a little bit delayed. But holy crap, the wait was terrific. I mean, it was so worth it. I really loved the fight. You know, I'm not much of a Street Fighter guy, so maybe going into the fight I was a little bit biased because, hey, I'm all-day Power Rangers. I love the Dragon Ranger and the White Ranger. Those are my favorites. So yeah, of course, my vote definitely went for Green Ranger. But, you know, aside from just the Green Ranger's popularity, and, you know, the popularity of, you know, RYU, I wanted to talk about just the fight in general and, you know, kind of why I feel like Green Ranger had the advantage, in my opinion. So let's get into it. So right off the bat, you know, RYU, he's doing his stuff, you know, in the street, you know, doing some street fight stuff in like an alley or something. And, you know, his trainer is with him and he's like, hey, does anyone else want to take on RYU? And out of nowhere, boom, Tommy blasts in. He's like, I do, I'll take him on. You know, and then they start fighting. So it's just, you know, Tommy versus RYU at that moment. You know, Tommy's unmorphed at this time, you know, and mind you, both of these guys are martial artists, so they know their stuff. Now, this is where Tommy, you know, is able to have a legitimate excuse for morphing, because in the fight, RYU was the one who kind of implemented some kind of crazy mystical stuff. He did his blast, you know, blasted Tommy, so if that were me, I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to use my upper notch and my upper hand, you know, to bring some type of leverage into this fight. So yeah, then Tommy morphs, boom, Green Ranger versus RYU, and the epicness, you know, continues. I knew RYU was a badass, but, you know, like when Green Ranger called on his, you know, dragon dagger and, you know, he was flinging it around, they were fighting, and RYU, you know, he just comes out of nowhere and disintegrates the dragon dagger. I was like, holy crap, I did not know that RYU could do that. Okay, well, things just got real. It also made me really happy to see the Sword of Darkness. Like, we've seen, you know, I've seen that they were going to use that in pictures before, but to see how they were using it in the video is actually really cool. And many Power Ranger fans like myself, you can go into that zone of, well, wait, you know, Red Ranger destroyed the Power Sword, you know, in Mighty Morphin, so how the heck does, you know, he get all this stuff back? But this is just, you know, a burst video where it's just taking two superpower beings, making them fight. So it's not like everything is intertwingled within the show and the actual series. Intertwingled is a word that I made up, so just run with it. But hopefully what I said just made sense. On the discussion of the Sword of Darkness, you know, I didn't know it was that powerful too. You know, RYU went into his dark side, you know, in this fight. You know, he had to call on that dark power, you know, when he was fighting Green Ranger, and, you know, still, you know, the Sword of Darkness, you know, still was able to blast through that and was, you know, what ultimately, you know, executed RYU. So yeah, I learned something new too about Green Ranger. I didn't know that sword was that powerful, but it is, and it was really cool to be able to see just cool elements, you know, within this fight. You know, a lot of folks were kind of on the edge about the new design on the costume, specifically the helmet, you know, where it, you know, it's kind of like silver and gold. But I kind of like how they did it in this one, where it wasn't just like, that's just the way it looks, you know, in general on his helmet, but it's kind of an effect, you know, when he charges up or calls on the dragon dagger, you know, and then it lit up, which I thought was pretty cool. I actually like that. But, you know, just terrific fight. Yes, I totally give 2 thumbs up for this fight, and it was totally worth waiting for, in my opinion. I also like the new morph effect that they did for Green Ranger. I thought that was cool to kind of give a updated, kind of new feel, you know, to the Green Ranger morph. That was cool seeing as well. In my opinion, you know, I kind of thought it would have been cool to kind of see Green Ranger play his Dragon Dagger flute, you know, in one part, because, you know, if you watch Mighty Morphin, you know, there were many times where he played his flute and, you know, built up like a shield. So, you know, I thought that, you know, hey, it would have been kind of cool to hear that tune as well in that fight, you know, with RYU. But that was just one thing that I was nitpicking, you know, as I watched the fight. Also, guys, if you're a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan, this summer from my YouTube channel, one of the things I've been working on for a while now, I'm going to be doing a series called the Denver Power Rangers because, you know, I live in Denver, love to represent, and I also love Power Rangers. And so this is a fan series that I'm creating. I will be starring in it. No, I'm not the Black Ranger. Just thought I'd get that out there. But actually, I will be playing 2 Rangers. Obviously, my favorite, Green, and the White Ranger, who will be leading the team. But you're going to see some cool storyline. You're going to have some cool acting, some cool stunt stuff, and, you know, just, you know, cool fighting scenes. But this is the Denver Power Rangers, so be looking out for that. We're going to be filming on the 24th of this month. So it'll be coming out very, very soon. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that out there. If you're a Power Ranger fan, look out for Denver Power Rangers. Tell me your thoughts, guys. Did you like Batinthesun's Green Ranger versus RYU? What would you change, or you know, what were some of your highlights? What are some things that you wish they would have added, or was it just perfect in your ideal? So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Comment on my video and let me know. Just, you know, if you're a Street Fighter fan, Power Ranger fan, or both, just let me know your thoughts about the fight and what you took away from it. Well, that's all for today, guys. So, well, until next time, peace. Welcome to my nightmare.